When you think of Lauren Sanchez today, you probably picture her flying helicopters, turning heads at red carpets, or standing beside Amazon mogul Jeff Bezos with a smile that says, "Yes, my boyfriend does own a rocket company." But long before she became Mr. Billionaire adjacent, Sanchez had her fair share of high-profile romances, many of which included footballs, camera crews, and more plot twists than a telenovela. Let's take a deep dive into the romantic timeline of Sanchez and see what her exes and their new partners have had to say about the woman behind the headlines. There's some drama, some respect, and one former flame who sounds like he still wants a word with Bezos. Tony Gonzalez. Our first stop is the year 2000. Y2K was barely behind us. Britney Spears ruled the airwaves, and Sanchez was an anchor delivering the news with poise and professionalism. Enter Tony Gonzalez, the Kansas City Chiefs' star tight end, who swept Sanchez off her feet like a quarterback dodging a sack. Their relationship was short-lived, but productive. In 2001, they welcomed their son, Nico, before parting ways not long after. But rather than descend into bitter custody battles or tabloid trash talk, Sanchez and Gonzalez managed to pull off the impossible, co-parenting like grown-ups. You know, the kind who don't subtweet each other or leak to TMZ. Despite some initial tension because who doesn't have friction when dealing with exes and new spouses? Sanchez told the Wall Street Journal in 2023 that all was well on the blended family front. Tony and his wife, October, were at Thanksgiving with us this year, she shared. And we're really good friends. Yes, folks, Thanksgiving. With the ex, his new wife, your new fiancé, and a side of cranberry sauce. It's like a Hallmark movie with a whole lot more money. Even Tony himself had kind words about Sanchez when asked by Billy Bush in 2019. "I'm happy for them," he said about her and Bezos. "I stay out of their personal lives, but it's been great." That's a very polite way of saying, Anthony Miller. Let's rewind a bit further to the late 90s, when Sanchez was a young reporter covering the Super Bowl for Arizona's KTVK. On the field, Anthony Miller, wide receiver for the Denver Broncos. Off the field, sparks flying faster than a Hail Mary pass. The two dated from 1996 to 2000 and were even briefly engaged. According to Miller, it was love at first sight. "She was a beautiful lady," he gushed to the Daily Mail in 2019, adding that other guys were constantly hitting on her. But in classic rom-com fashion, he made his move while the camera crew was packing up, inviting her out for food. And she said yes. Cue the montage of dinners, massages, and sideline kisses until things got messy. Their relationship eventually fizzled out, and Miller did not mince words about what went wrong. "She gets around," he said bluntly, accusing Sanchez of cheating on him. He claimed that while she was wonderful when she was with you, massages, meals, you name it, he did not trust her when she was out of sight. Ouch. For the record, he denied being unfaithful himself and suggested that he was more or less railroaded into the engagement. Sounds like a Lifetime movie no one asked to be cast in. Miller also claimed he had like a private chat with Bezos. "I won't tell you what I'm going to say," he teased, "but he should call me." That's not ominous at all. Bezos, buddy, maybe let that one go to voicemail. Patrick Whitell. Next on the list is Hollywood power player Patrick Whitell, the former husband with whom Sanchez shared a 13-year relationship. Whitell, a talent agent and co-CEO of WNE, was by Sanchez's side through the glitz and glamour of the entertainment world, until their marriage slowly started to resemble a boardroom merger more than a love story. According to sources who spoke with People magazine, things started to unravel a few years before their 2019 split. Over the last 2 or 3 years, their marriage felt more like a business relationship, said one insider. Translation: more spreadsheets, fewer sunsets. When news broke that Sanchez had become romantically involved with Bezos, rumors flew faster than prime shipping. One narrative suggested she and Whitell had already separated when the affair began. Another insisted that Whitell had been blindsided by the whole thing, and that the affair had been going on for months while Bezos was still married to his now ex, Mackenzie Scott. Talk about complicated. It's like someone tried to remake Love Actually using only lawyers and NDAs. Despite the drama, there's no public animosity from Whitell. In fact, he's moved on quite nicely, thank you very much, with model and actress Pia Miller. The two tied the knot and are reportedly living their best lives. According to a source who spoke to the Daily Mail in 2025, Pat's having the last laugh 100%. He's living the dream with Pia, and he knows it. I doubt he thinks about Lauren or Jeff or that whole debacle at all. From the sidelines to space. Now that she's officially engaged to Jeff Bezos, yes, the guy who sends rockets into orbit for fun, it's safe to say Sanchez's love life has hit escape velocity. Their whirlwind romance, complete with paparazzi moments, yacht vacations, and red carpet glam, is basically a rom-com written by Elon Musk's cooler cousin. But it's not just about the glitz. Sanchez has stepped into her own spotlight, not just as Bezos' partner, but as a helicopter pilot, media personality, and advocate. She's even been involved in space exploration projects with Blue Origin, Jeff's aerospace baby. In other words, she's not just along for the ride, she's got a pilot's license. Thank you very much. Through it all, Sanchez seems to have taken life's highs and lows in stride. She's maintained close bonds with her exes, raised her children with care, and managed to thrive in industries, news media and Hollywood, where women are often scrutinized more for their relationships than their resumes. She's proof that reinvention is not just for tech startups, it's for women with ambition, grit, and a really great blowout. Whether she's flying over Los Angeles or orbiting billionaire inner circles, she does it with confidence and control. While others speculate, she navigates through fame, love, and public opinion with her hands on the controls and her eyes on the horizon. And if anyone thought she'd be overshadowed by her fiancé's fame, well, let's just say, the view from space is big enough for 2 stars. Love, loss, and the billionaire next door. Lauren Sanchez's romantic resume reads like a tabloid dream. NFL stars, entertainment moguls, and the richest man on earth. But beneath the surface lies a story of resilience, reinvention, and real human complexity. Relationships began, ended, and occasionally exploded in the media, but somehow, she's remained remarkably composed and impeccably styled through it all. Some exes praised her, others grumbled, and at least one wants a word with her fiancé. But love her or loathe her, Sanchez has proven that she's anything but a passive player in her own story. She's been a journalist, a pilot, a media force, and now a front-row passenger on a rocket to forever. With every chapter, she flips the script and lands on her feet, usually in designer heels. Whether she's on the red carpet or in zero gravity, she's rewriting the rules of modern romance. So what's next for Lauren Sanchez? Space tourism? A Netflix docuseries? A memoir titled From Sidelines to Saturn? How I Dated My Way to the Stratosphere? Only time will tell. But if history's any guide, the next chapter will be written in bold font and possibly from orbit. And that's the wild ride through Lauren Sanchez's love life, from NFL fields to rocket ships. If you enjoyed the drama, the touchdowns, and the billionaire plot twists, smash that like button like it just found out its ex is dating Jeff Bezos. Don't forget to subscribe for more celeb scoop hotter than a Hollywood divorce. Drop a comment below who had the glow up, Lauren or her exes. And remember, love may fade, but YouTube notifications are forever.